So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you then, everyone. Wow! That was the best birthday stream I've ever had. Mostly because it was the only birthday stream I ever had. But regardless, that was still the best birthday stream I've ever had. The day was just wonderful. Doing the stream, had some pie, got a nice foot massage from Len. Please kill me now. And of course, I got a whole bunch of video games. Not to mention I picked up some full season DVDs of some of my favorite shows, mostly Avatar, so I can relive some of those fond memories. I mean, my gosh. My gosh. My gosh. Today has just been perfect. I mean, seriously, I'm in the best mood right now. Nothing can possibly ruin this fantastic mood I'm in right now. Ever since Disney announced that they were closing Toontown Online, the month that followed has been an emotional roller coaster. From online petitions to keep the game up, to Jesse Shell, one of the original developers attempting to buy the game from Disney, all the way to the new private server known as Toontown Rewritten. This whole month has been full of tears, happiness, disappointment, excitement, so many different kinds of emotions. But you guys didn't come here to hear me yammer on about the dramatic final month of the original Toontown. You guys came here to hear what I think of the game. And with Toontown Rewritten inching closer and closer to its public release, I'd say now would be a good time to sit down and review this game. So, let's do this. Now, most of this footage is from the original Toontown game, since I recorded a lot of that game before it closed down. Cause, what did you expect? I thought it was really going away. I thought my child was about to die out on me. Disney tried to kill my childhood. How could you do this, Disney? How could you? Anyway, I'm basically reviewing Toontown and Toontown Written at the same time, since they're both the same game pretty much. So any opinions I have towards this game will be the same opinions I'll have towards this game. With that said, let's have a look at Toontown Online. So most of you already know the story of this game, but for the 5% of you who don't know it, allow me to explain. The game is about how these evil robots called cogs are trying to take over Toontown. These cogs are robots who hate everything fun and enjoyable. Why do they want to take over a place that's filled with everything they hate? I don't know. But what I do know is how these guys were created. Thanks to an old installer video, we see that Scrooge was wandering around poking his nose where it doesn't belong. He finds this giant robot, and Scrooge, being the greedy little duck that he is, thinks he can make some money off of it. But he quickly realizes his mistake as soon as he turns him on. The giant robot marches over to the control panel and starts making more robots called cogs, and they all take to the skies to invade Toontown. So there you go, guys. It's all Scrooge's fault. So now that you guys are caught up, let's begin our adventure by making a brand new toon. After picking the gender, you get to pick what animal you want to be. Your options are a horse, which looks a lot more like a donkey to me, a mouse, a rabbit, a duck, a monkey, a bear, a pig, a dog, and a cat. So let's see, yeah, how about a dog? I really like dogs. I always wanted a dog when I was little. I found it kind of weird though that I picked a cat as my main toon, even though I was a huge fan of dogs when I first started playing. Anyways, So after giving your toon the color you want as well as picking your clothes, we then get to the name select screen, or as Mickey called it in the days of old Toontown, the pick a name game. I don't understand how this is a game. So let's see, what should we name our toon? Sheriff Jelly Roll. Perfect. That's our toon. That's our toon right there. So we then enter the Toontorial. Get it? It's a joke. It's funny. It's funny! You're supposed to laugh here! Not much happens in the tutorial other than getting the sticker book, which has your map and displays all the trophies and gags you have, as well as tutorial Tom giving us some backstory on the cogs. So I'm just going to skip to the end of the tutorial, because you all know the story and you all know the gameplay, so why did I even come here? So here we are, at the end of the tutorial. Our good buddy Flippy here gives us the speed chat button, continuing the MMO tradition of your character not knowing how to speak until one of the NPCs tells you how to do it.
What's that? You don't know how to speak?
I knew how to talk since I was like 2, Ambrose, gosh! Here in Toontown, you can chat with others by using the speed chat menu, or by typing something. And let me tell you, our citizens have the most wonderful conversations, always telling jokes, laughing, everyone having a good time, so I'm sure you're super excited to join in. Break you. That's a good one. I mean, I assume that's a joke from where you come from, you know. Like break me with laughter and... Or maybe those are words of friendship, you know? Like maybe you mean our friendship is so strong that no one can break it because of how strong it is. Right? Super strong friendship? Why won't you answer me? And with that, we finally arrive in the true online world of Toontown. Now we're getting to the good stuff. At this point, we're able to walk around and hang out with online players. So Toon tasks. They're basically your quests or goals that must be completed to advance through the game. And it looks like our first task is to ride the trolley. Alright, here we go. Sheriff Jelly Roll's first trolley game. Oh man, he's going to love living in Toontown after he sees what amazing minigames this trolley has to offer. Ooh, another toon is going to join us. Awesome. Double the fun. Double funnel. That made no sense, but whatever. Let's not waste any more time. Let's see what will be Sheriff Jelly Roll's first trolley game. Are you kidding? So after we ride the trolley, we learn a little bit more about gags, which are your weapons, as well as jelly beans, which are your currency. We then return to Toon HQ to get another tutorial task. Yeah, you thought all the tutorial stuff was over when you left the tutorial? Nope, they're just getting started. Our task is to get their blackboard eraser back from the cogs. Now, I've always questioned this since day one of playing this game. Why can't they just buy a new eraser? Seriously, are there just no shops in Toontown that sell erasers? It's a pretty big town. I'm pretty sure there's at least one store out there that sells blackboard erasers. Just get off your lazy butts and look for one. It's not that hard, just walk in, be like, hey, can I have an eraser? Then the shop people will be like, wait, no problem. Then grab the eraser, pay the guy, and leave. Problem solved. So off we go, into the streets of Toontown where the cogs hang out. We need to battle these cogs to get the eraser back. Now this is a good time for me to bring up the combat system in this game. The game has a turn-based combat system, meaning you attack the enemy first, then the enemy attacks you, then you attack the enemy, and keep repeating the cycle until one of you goes down. As I explained earlier, these items you see here are called gags, which are your weapons in the game. There are many different types of gags as well as gag tracks. Gag tracks are basically different weapon types. These types are throw, squirt, drop, sound, trap, lure, and tune-up, all of which should be pretty self-explanatory on what each of these tracks do. Except, maybe tune-up. It's a healing move. Each gag track is a lot of fun to use, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. For example, drop gags do a lot of damage to cogs, but they have a very low accuracy, meaning you have a 27% chance of hitting a cog with it. Trap also does a lot of damage, but in order for the gag to even work, you or another toon needs to use a lure gag to lure the cog into the trap. Lure can, well, lure cogs closer to you, which makes it easier for them to knock your lights out. Okay, that doesn't actually happen. What does happen is that the cogs will be stunned for a certain number of turns, giving you a chance to get some of the much stronger cogs out of the way. But you better make that hit count, because if you hit a lured cog and he doesn't go down, he won't be stunned anymore, and he'll start attacking again. And sound... Never mind, sound is awesome! Get sound, don't pass on sound. Sound is your almighty savior. At the end of each battle, you'll get experience points for the gags you used in that battle. Each gag track has its own experience bar, and once that bar fills up, you'll get a much stronger gag added to your arsenal. Eventually you'll get a level 7 gag for winning for gag tracks, which are the most powerful gags in the game. The catch is, though, you can only use each level 7 gag once, and the only way to get another one is by filling up your experience bar again, so use them wisely. So after a fight or two, we get the Black Bordered Racer, and our reward? More tutorials! Oh no, not this task. So, in order to proceed through the game, you're forced to add someone to your friends list. Which is nice for teaching you how the friends list works, but I don't like adding complete strangers to my list. I want to get to know the person first. Talk to him, maybe have a nice candlelight dinner in a fancy restaurant. And on top of that, it can take a really long time to beat this task. Because as you guys can see in my Toontown walkthrough, they either disable the ability to accept friend requests, or they flat out decline your friend request. Probably due to the same reason why I don't accept random friend requests, because the guy doesn't even know who I am. But the game says I have to do it, so I guess I have no choice but to do this somewhat time-consuming task. So here we go. Let's go make a friend. Just gotta accept the task and we can... Hi, Lefty Lemonzilla. Huh, that was really easy. Let's take a quick look at his stats and... Oh yeah, that's totally the real Lefty Lemonzilla. Look at these incredibly boss stats that he has. Look at that. Clearly, the real Lefty has 15 left. It's so obviously him. Oh man, I look forward to hanging out with him. Just let me make a few adjustments real quick. Let's see, just gotta move this and click that. And... perfect. So after that, we get another tutorial about Clearbuild's catalog and estates. Estates are basically where your toon's house is. Here you can water your garden to make your gag stronger, which I personally find boring. Train your pet doodle to do tricks, which I also don't do. I just have them there because it's a thing. Or you can buy things from the catalog. In the catalog, you can buy clothes or accessories for your toon to wear, new emotions for your toon, new tricks for your doodle, or furniture for your house. You get a brand new catalog every week, which sounds cool, but if you're like me and don't buy things from the catalog that often, you'll most likely be more annoyed by this rather than be excited about it. For you see, every single time you get a new catalog, this sound effect will play when you log in.
What?
Yeah. It's annoying. I don't like that sound. At all. I get that you want to make me aware that I have a new catalog, but couldn't you just have it be silently delivered in the background. You know, some could be like, what should I do today? Hey, there's a new catalog this week. And then they can go read it rather than Clarabelle butting in saying, hey, you got a new catalog, read it now! When you order something, or when a friend sends you a gift, it'll be sent to your mailbox, and Clarabelle will let you know when there's a new delivery waiting for you. Okay, good. Let me know about that. Deliveries are what I really care about. That's something I want to know about as soon as it happens. Why not just have the catalogs waiting there for you, and just have the notification pop up when there's a delivery? But it's there, and it's there to stay. Maybe this is something Toontown Rewritten can fix, but for now, we just gotta deal with it. So now we have to... Oh. Right, we're forced to do this as well. Okay, well, I'm kinda broke, so I can't buy anything, but luckily he said we just have to call Clarabelle. He never said we had to buy anything. Hello, thanks for calling Clarabelle.
Hi, stupid goodbye.
So that's it? No more tutorials. Took it long enough. Oh man, I don't know guys, these are all really good toon tasks. Oh man, it's so hard to decide. So we gotta go see our old pal Flippy, huh? Alright, we'll go do that. Hey, Sheriff Jelly Roll, welcome to Toon Hall. How are you liking Toontown so far? Break you. Security! So Flippy tells us to go fight some cogs. For practice. Yes, he wants us to practice using our whole 2 gags. Because doing this is so difficult. Actually, this is a perfect time for me to bring up my main problem with this game. The repetition. And I've talked about this many times in my Toontown walkthroughs, so I'll try to keep this short. You see, about 95% of the game's toon tasks are cog battles. The other 5% is fishing, which is... So that means throughout most of the game, you'll be spending your time fighting cog, after 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 cog. Yeah, you get the point. Now, that's not to say the cog fights aren't fun. They're really fun, and can even get kind of intense at times. But at the same time, when you reach a certain point in the game, you start saying to yourself, is this really going to be the whole game? Seriously, there's like no variety in these tasks. I mean, yeah, they'll occasionally give you a fishing task, which, again, is just meh to me. But for the most part, all of the tasks in this game are just cog fights, and can get really old really fast. Thankfully, there are plenty of other activities you can do in between these tasks to break the monotony a little bit, like the trolley and Clarabelle's catalog. There are other things you can do in this game as well, but I'll get to those later. So, I guess it's not too bad. I would advise you don't try to marathon like a whole playground at once, though. Because trust me when I say, the repetition will start to hit you if you do. It's best to do other things in the game in between some of these tasks, so you don't get bored or anything. On a totally unrelated note, why is there a statue of Mickey riding a horse while holding a banana? Seriously, I just noticed this while watching the footage. Why? Why is this here? What does this have to do with anything? Was there some kind of banana war that I'm not aware about? Is Mickey the banana savior of the great Banana-Alopolis? So after defeating 4 cogs, we return to Flippy to let him know of our accomplishment. After doing so, Flippy tells us the 4 different cog types: Cellbot, Cashbot, Wobot, and Bossbot. And then he tells us to go defeat 4 Cellbots, so we can practice telling them apart. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, to practice telling them apart. Because anyone who can read totally can't tell them apart just by reading the name tag above their heads that tells you what cog type they are. Blah blah blah, filing cogs, do a dance, splat, boom, done. So we return to Flippy, and apparently we now know the difference between all 4 cog types, despite us fighting only Cellbots. So now he says we're ready to train our next gag track. This is one of 3 different awards you can get for completing toon tasks. Whenever you finish a task, you'll get a new frame in the gag track you're currently training for. When you get all of the tracks, you can start using that gag. However, you can only have 6 out of the 7 gag tracks, so you have to leave 1 out. Choose which track you want to leave out wisely. The other 2 awards are Laugh Boosts, which increase your health, and a larger jelly bean jar, which lets you carry more jelly beans. There are other awards you can get for completing just for fun tasks, but they're just random temporary rewards like having a big head or having a small toon, things like that. So let's go to the library to pick our first new gag track. Looks like we can choose between sound and tune-up. Those are both really good gags, but I think I'll pick neither, because that's all I'm going to show from the main storyline. If you like what you see so far, then you can just play through the rest of the story yourself when Toontown Rewritten comes out. Besides, nothing interesting happens anyway. Like I said, you keep fighting cogs until you get to the next playground. That's really all that happens. Oh yeah, and Donald Duck dies somewhere in there, you know, little things like that. So now that I've gone through the parts of the story that I want to go over, you'd think the review is over, right? Nope. In fact, I'm just getting started. Well, actually, I only have like 4 more things to go over. So I'm gonna start with the other 2 activities you can do in this game. First, we have racing. Like Mario Kart? Everyone wants to play a cartoon version of Mario Kart? Well, then this game is for you. Well, kind of, the game doesn't appear to have a drifting option, so... But hey, it can't be all bad. At least the tracks are really well designed. I mean, just look at that fabulous draw distance. I'm not being sarcastic. The tracks are really well designed. I just wanted to make a joke about the draw distance, so, you wish upon a star. But yeah, it's just what you'd expect to see. When first placing, you get instant fame. That, and you get tickets which you can spend to participate in battle races or to buy new accessories for your car. In battle races, you get these presents along the road. When you drive through them, you get a power-up. Press control to unleash it on your enemies. And that's all there is to it. I don't really have any problems with this, honestly. Maybe the fact that there's no drift ability, which makes it hard to not crash into walls when turning. But other than that, I don't have any issues with this. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of my favorite things to do in the game. And finally, there's golf. Now, just to give a heads up, the last time I played golf in Toontown was when I recorded the golf video for the Toontown walkthrough, and I haven't played it since. And since they haven't added golf into Toontown Rewritten yet, I can't play it again in order to get a fresh opinion on the game. When I get the chance to play it, I'll put up an annotation giving my updated opinion on golf, but for now I'm just gonna have to give my opinion solely just on memory. From what I remember, I seem to enjoy it. I mean, it's golf. I've played golf minigames before, and I quite enjoyed them. Not to mention that some nice obstacles and courses, so... yeah, from what I remember, golf is pretty good. So those are the activities, but what else is there to do in the game? Well, you can take over a cog building. Sometimes cogs will walk in random buildings on the street and turn them into cog buildings. The only way to get the building back to normal is to go in and defeat all the cogs inside. Each building will have a different number of floors, 5 being the highest it can go. Some toon tasks require you to defeat a certain number of cog buildings with a specific number of floors. Although I don't count this as a different type of toon task because, well, you're still fighting cogs inside the buildings. So it doesn't count. Deal with it. It's a neat little mechanic, and the fact that cogs will go into the random buildings means you'll never run out of buildings to take over. It's really cool. That is, unless you need to talk to a toon in a specific building, and you find out the building you need to go into has been... well... yeah. There's also field offices. They're kinda like cog buildings, but they only last for 2 floors. The first floor has you collect another balloons and throw them at these large cogs. Defeat all of them to move on to floor 2. Oh, and you also collect these joke book pages for... some reason. The second floor is just an average cog battle. When you beat the field office, you get an SOS toon, which you can use once per rescue to help you in a battle. So all these things sound pretty cool so far. You got racing, golf, trolley games, cog battles, so much fun stuff. But by far, the best thing to do in this game, in my opinion, has got to be the cog HQs. So let me break it down for you. Right now there are 4 HQs, each belonging to the 4 different cog types. And man, are they amazing. You got your normal cog fights, but there's more than that. There's platforming challenges, puzzles, minigames, all this brand new stuff, and each HQ having a brand new challenge in them. Oh yeah, and they're randomly generated. Yes, you heard right. Every HQ, apart from Zelda HQ, has randomly generated challenges, meaning the challenges will be completely different and in a different order every time you play the HQ. And every HQ is just so much fun to play. And did I mention the boss battles? Holy cow, the boss battles. Bosses in this game are basically really large cogs, and the only way to fight them is by getting a cog disguise for each HQ. For the Zelda HQ boss, you just gotta play through the HQ normally until you get all the parts. And for the others, well, you gotta beat the game first. I know. So how are the bosses? I'm sure it's going to be like the normal fights where you just pick a gag and use it on the— Nope! They completely change up the battle formula for these bosses. One fight, you might be throwing pies at the boss to knock him off an edge, and the next fight, you're using cranes to throw cogs at the boss to hurt him. Each boss is completely different from each other, and they're all amazing, except maybe the Chief Justice's fight was kinda lame. But regardless, these fights are great. In fact, they're so great, we should throw a party to celebrate their greatness. Yes, parties. There are parties in Toontown, yes. You are able to throw your very own parties and invite your friends. How cool is that? Uh-oh. I explained too much. I'm having a reviewer overload!
Did it. I explained everything there is to know about this game. Okay.
So that's Toontown, everyone! What do I think of the game? I think it's a great game. As you could probably tell from that really long paragraph that I just read to you guys, there's a lot of stuff to do in this game. Don't want to fight cogs? Do some fishing. Getting bored of fishing? Ride the trolley. There is so much stuff to do in this game, and for the most part, they're all really fun. My only issues are the tasks can get really repetitive, and Clarabelle's pop-up messages can get really annoying. But other than that, this game is fantastic, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Once Toontown Rewritten comes out, I highly recommend you check it out. Whether you've been playing the game for years, or you're just now hearing about it, Toontown is definitely a game you should experience for yourself. And I have no idea what possessed Disney to shut down this game. So many people played and grew up with this game. This game played a big part in a lot of people's childhoods, and Disney just all like, meh. Well, I guess we'll never know the real reason behind Toontown's closing. All I know is that whoever told the folks at Disney to shut down this game needs to be fired. So with that said, let me know what you think of this game in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See you later, everyone.